Why nothing feels as good as it used to. There's a quiet truth many people are living with now, one that rarely gets spoken out loud. Life continues, days are full, responsibilities are met, conversations happen, laughter still exists, achievements come, experiences happen. Yet beneath all of it, there is a subtle sense that something essential has thinned out. Not disappeared completely, but weakened. Joy still shows up, but it no longer stays. It arrives briefly, touches the surface of the moment, and then vanishes before it can settle into memory or meaning. You feel it when a good moment ends and nothing remains afterward. A great day doesn't soften the next one. A meaningful experience doesn't echo into the week. The feeling dissolves so fast that it almost feels unreal, like it never truly happened. Life resumes at the same emotional level it had before. Unchanged, unmoved, untouched. This experience is confusing because it happens even when life is objectively good. There is no crisis, no obvious loss, no dramatic sadness. Many people experiencing this are grateful, functional, capable, and blessed in many ways. Yet gratitude and joy are no longer the same thing. Gratitude exists in thought. Joy should exist in the body, in the nervous system, in the way life feels when you wake up. And that is where the absence is felt. The modern version of joy is intense but brief, loud but shallow. It flares up and burns out quickly. A notification excites you, a video amuses you, a message lifts your mood, a purchase gives a rush. But the nervous system barely registers it before moving on. There is no integration, no digestion, no aftertaste, just constant movement from one moment to the next. The mind has been trained for this. From early morning to late at night, attention is fragmented. Silence has been replaced by stimulation. Stillness has been filled with content. Even boredom has been eliminated. There is always something to watch, read, hear, or scroll through. In this environment, nothing is allowed to sink in. Joy requires slowness. It needs pauses. It needs moments where nothing else competes for attention. Without that space, joy becomes fragile. It cannot anchor itself. It floats on the surface and disappears at the first interruption. This is why even beautiful experiences feel strangely incomplete now. Vacations end and leave no emotional residue. You plan for months, get there, have good days, take photos, eat well, see sights, and when you come back, the glow is gone by the first day of work. The memories are there, but the feeling isn't. Celebrations peak and collapse. The party was fun, the people were great, the food was good, but the next morning it's like it didn't happen. The joy doesn't carry. Achievements feel anticlimactic. You get the promotion or finish the project or hit the goal, and the high lasts hours, not days or weeks. The mind is already moving forward before the heart has time to arrive. There is no ceremony inside the body to mark meaning. Think about food, for example. A really good meal used to be something you remembered for days. The taste lingered in your mind. You thought about it later, smiled remembering it, maybe even craved it again. Now, even an amazing restaurant dinner, expensive, well-prepared, shared with good company, feels good in the moment, but by the next day, it's forgotten. The flavors don't stay. The satisfaction doesn't carry over. You eat, enjoy, take a photo maybe, and move on. The body got fed, but the joy didn't stick. Or music. A song that used to give you chills, that you played on repeat for weeks, that felt like it was made for you, now gives a quick hit and then fades. You listen, feel something for a minute or two, add it to a playlist, but 5 minutes later it's gone. The emotional wave doesn't build or linger. It's just a spike and drop. Concerts or live music used to leave you buzzing for days. Now even a great show feels good while it's happening, but the next day the energy is back to baseline. Even sex or intimacy can feel this way sometimes. The moment is good, intense even, connected, but the afterglow is short. The warmth, the closeness, the sense of being truly seen, it doesn't echo into the next day like it used to. The body and mind move on too fast, pulled by the next thing, the next demand, the next distraction. Nature used to hit different too. A walk in the woods or by the sea, a sunset, a mountain view, those things used to fill you with a quiet joy that lasted. You felt small in a good way, connected, alive. Now, even beautiful places feel good in the moment, but the feeling fades on the drive home. The photos are nice, but the inner shift doesn't happen. Art, books, movies, same thing. A great book used to stay with you, ideas turning in your mind for weeks. A movie could change how you saw things. Now, even powerful stories feel entertaining, but they don't linger. The emotional impact is there, then gone. In the past, life moved slower, not easier, slower. Experiences were fewer but deeper. Moments had time to repeat themselves in the mind. Joy could echo, it could accumulate. A single happy memory could warm you for days. A good conversation could change how you felt for a week. A simple pleasure, a walk, a meal, a song, could stay with you. That wasn't because people were better back then or life was perfect. It was because attention wasn't constantly under attack. There was space for things to sink in, time for feelings to settle, room for joy to build roots. Now, joy competes with everything, with noise, with urgency, with comparison, seeing everyone's highlights online, with distraction, the phone, the tabs, the notifications, and joy loses that competition every time. It gets crowded out before it can grow. Even relationships feel thinner under this pressure. Time together exists, but presence is divided. Phones interrupt eye contact. Thoughts drift away mid-conversation. Moments that could build emotional depth dissolve before they form roots. Without depth, joy has nothing to attach to. A great evening with someone you love feels good in the moment, but the next day it's like normal again. The warmth doesn't carry, the connection doesn't deepen the baseline. The nervous system adapts to constant stimulation by becoming less sensitive. This isn't a moral failure, it's biology. When rewards are frequent, the brain raises the threshold. What once felt joyful becomes neutral. What once felt meaningful becomes expected. The system is overloaded, so it protects itself by numbing. Dopamine hits come too often, too easy, so the big ones don't hit as hard. This numbing doesn't feel dramatic, it feels normal, flat, manageable, and that's what makes it dangerous. People assume this is just adulthood, just maturity, just reality. That's life, they say, but it isn't inevitable. It's environmental. It's the result of a world that never stops feeding stimulation. Many people respond to this emptiness by trying to fix it externally. More travel, book another trip to chase the high. More goals, set bigger targets to feel the rush. More entertainment, binge more shows, buy more tickets. More noise, louder music, bigger parties, stronger coffee. But external additions cannot repair internal erosion. In fact, they often accelerate it. The more you add, the higher the threshold goes. The more you need to feel something at all. Think about shopping. A new thing, clothes, gadget, car, used to bring joy that lasted for months. You enjoyed it for months. Now the unboxing rush is intense for a day, then it's normal. The new becomes old fast. The joy doesn't stick. Or parenting. A child's laugh or milestone used to fill you with joy that carried through the week. Now even those precious moments feel good in the moment, but the feeling fades amid the chaos of screens and schedules. Lasting joy does not come from intensity. It comes from depth, and depth requires space. Space between moments, space between inputs, space between reactions. Without space, nothing can settle. Without settling, nothing can last. Relighting joy begins with discomfort. Silence feels awkward at first. Stillness feels wrong. Doing one thing at a time feels inefficient or boring. The urge to reach for stimulation, the phone, the feed, the next thing, appears almost immediately. This urge is not weakness, it's conditioning. It's the brain doing what it was trained to do. If you stay anyway, if you let the discomfort be there without escaping it, something subtle happens. The nervous system slowly recalibrates. The mind becomes less restless. Sensations become sharper again. Emotions regain weight. Moments stop slipping through your fingers like sand. Joy does not explode back into life with fanfare. It returns quietly, slowly, almost shyly. It stays a little longer than before, then longer still. The baseline lifts not because life changed dramatically, but because attention did, because space was given. Joy was never meant to be chased endlessly. It was meant to be inhabited, lived in, allowed to grow. The world taught speed and more. Joy teaches presence and enough. The world rewards consumption. Joy requires participation. The world sells intensity. Joy grows in less. Joy feels fleeting now because it was trained to be fleeting, but training can be reversed. Habits can soften. Attention can return to what matters. Joy is not gone forever. It is compressed, distracted, crowded out, and it waits patiently for the simplest thing we stopped giving it regularly: time. One unhurried moment, one undivided breath, one experience allowed to finish fully without the next thing pulling. That is where joy begins to feel solid again.